Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants, absorbent and round and porous as he. SpongeBob SquarePants, it's not a gold nut, just be something you wish. SpongeBob SquarePants, then drop on the deck and flop like a fish. SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants. Oh great, now I have to log into my chat thing. Well, let me like send the Discord ping. Let's do this. And then we're just gonna Control C. Control V. Sorry, I got distracted by Discord. Hey Duncan, how's it going? Okay, now I gotta log into my chat thing, because apparently I have to re-log into that. That's great. Okay. Anyway, Persona 3 Reload tomorrow. Pretty excited for that. I know some people are technically playing it. I didn't think about it, but I guess I could have been playing it today if I had changed my region on Steam or whatever, but it's fine. We'll just... I think no lifing it starting tomorrow is plenty. It'll be fine. Hey, Duncan. You too, I guess? Question mark? Not sure how to respond to that message. Okay. No, I don't want to do a cute... Oh my gosh, I have to do the stupid select all images with crosswalks thing. Yep. Yeah, I saw somebody on my Discord was saying that they were already playing the game since they changed their region. Because I think it's technically out for, like, part of the world, so... And then, you know, probably it's leaked or something. I did do the pre-download thing. It let me pre-download on Steam, so... That's cool. It's so bad. I'm trying to do this, like... You know how when you... I'm trying to log into my chat thing, but it wants me to do this, like, verification, like all the boxes with cars and stuff or whatever. Oh, annoying. Okay. No, that's not... Please just let me log in. I need to be able to see chat today, please. Wait, so it's tonight at midnight? Yeah, where I live. Depending on, like, it's supposed to be, February 2nd, right? So, depending on where you live. Hey, Blizzette. How's it going? Skull dance. Okay, there shouldn't have been any cars. There weren't any cars! Oh. I forgot the .com on my email. That's what it keeps nagging me about. Why would you let me do the, like, picture thing if I didn't even have the right login? Gosh darn it. Okay, whatever. Is tonight a full moon? I don't know. I don't think it is. Anyway, what are we doing today? Because we technically finished the game, like, Tuesday. I was thinking we probably just do, like, hard mode stages or something, right? Or we could like replay some of these stages because I don't have like how a bicycle. I can't tell. The picture is so small. We technically finished the game, but I didn't do like I got a bunch. Okay, finally, it finally let me log in. Jeez, oh Pete. Oh, all right. I did do the stupid like image picker things like 3 times. To farm Halo, so you can challenge the optional boss if you're up for it. Probably not gonna do that, but we'll probably play a little bit because I want to start Bayonetta 2 at some point, right? But I don't know. I was really hoping, since I was able to pre-download, that I would also be able to pre-download like the art book and the music soundtrack, since that's part of the DLC on Steam. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to. RIP. How's that? There we go. Did you give my thoughts on Nocturne? Yeah, I did at the end of the game. I think I rated it like a 8 out of 10. Here, I could pull up the Google Sheets for, you know, the playlist. Recap, yeah. Let me look at what I wrote down for my spreadsheet. Yeah, I gave it an 8 out of 10 after 109 hours of playtime. Pretty good game, decent challenge, great dungeon and world design, some BS puzzles and not always clear where to head next. Plot is serviceable, but the gameplay is what it's about. So, that is what I wrote down in the notes after on the spreadsheet there. So, okay. Oh yeah. So how do? Well, I get the game open. Did anybody see anything interesting that they liked at the State of Play, PlayStation State of Play that was yesterday? I don't have a PS4 or PS5, so most of it wasn't really applicable to me. Some of it looked pretty cool. The Helldivers game is going to come out across multiple platforms. That looks pretty cool. If nothing else, it reminds me a lot of the ODSTs from Halo, which I like those. I like that thing in the Halo universe, so if nothing else, I might play it just for that. I'm not sure if it's like a free-to-play game. It might be a paid-to-play game, in which case I'll probably just wait for a sale. There's Bayonetta. Oh, hold up. Somebody's knocking on my door. Hold up. Why is it not loading messages? Nah, PlayStation. Nothing really caught my eye except for anticipated February. Let's see. I wrote down some things. Shift Up looks good, but I don't know about the gameplay. That was that like post-apocalyptic sci-fi thing or whatever. That looked okay. But again, I don't have a PlayStation of any kind to like actually play it, so you know. Let me the I remember the original Sonic Generations being a lot of fun, so I don't know. I'll have to try and get my hands on, you know, the Shadow X Sonic Generations remaster or whatever. That seems like it's decent. And then the Silent Hill stuff looked cool. I've never played an actual like Silent Hill game. I should do that at some point, right? I don't know. I've just never been super into horror games. I think the like last horror game, or like maybe one of the only horror games I've ever played was last Halloween. I played like um half of like Resident Evil 2. What else looked good? The it's cool that they put out that free Silent Hill game. That looked kind of interesting. It was like kind of a more modern take on like horror genre, like with more modern elements than like some of the other horror type games or whatever. So annoying that you have to go through these tutorials again. I wonder if you can turn them off in the settings or something. We're on hard, by the way. I think they're attacking a bit more frequently because of that. Nice. By the way, what's the Grand Blue game you were talking about playing a bunch? I thought it was like Grand Blue Fantasy, like Relink, but that just came out today. What else was there? There was Judas, that game from the BioShock people. That seemed kind of interesting. Kind of like more BioShock, but with gameplay, but with a new story. That'd be kind of interesting. It looked good, but like, so did BioShock Infinite. So you know, there's that. Gotcha. Yeah. That's not the worst thing. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I saw it had mixed reviews on Steam. I'm not sure why. The game's only been out, like, I guess, like, a week or so, I guess, if you could buy, if you could play before pre-order. With pre-orders or whatever. The VR Metro game looked pretty good. I like the VR Metro games. It's kind of funny, too, because I remember I played a VR fan game of, like, the Metro series, and it was taken down not that long ago, and now it makes so much more sense why it was taken down, because they were obviously planning on making one of their own. Man. Okay, there we go. Yeah, they attack much more frequently here in hard mode. Oh, hello. New enemy spawns, too. Because this is the intro mission. And they're already throwing these guys at me. I guess you really can only unlock this once you've beaten the game once, so... Okay. Gotcha. Dragon's Dogma, 2 is a game I know a lot of people are hyped for. I never played the original, so I don't know like too much about it or anything. Is there a game setting that I can turn off the like tutorials or something maybe? No, I don't see anything. Okay, whatever. Do I know any other languages? No, not really. Rise of the Ronin looked cool. It looks like somebody looked at like the early Assassin's Creed games and we're like, yeah, let's do that but better and like with a different setting, which isn't a bad thing. I know a lot of people liked the Assassin's Creed's game before they got like a bit too formulaic. And like also the setting looks pretty good. And graphics and all that stuff. And then, what was the other thing? Oh yeah, Death Stranding 2. Death Stranding 2 looked interesting. It makes me want to play the original. I never played the original Death Stranding. I don't know if it'd be on stream, but I don't know. The sequel looked interesting enough that I want to play the first one. I mean, the first one was always kind of interesting, if for no other reason than it was Kojima, right? And then I think they announced towards the end of the State of Play that he was going to come out with like a new like action like stealth kind of game. So he's basically going to try and, you know, dip into that like Metal Gear Solid type gameplay again, but with a new franchise that's legally distinct. So that'll be interesting to see. Come to think of it, I kind of want to get into the Metal Gear series at some point. I don't know, the like older games just seem like the tank controls would be a bit much for me. I feel like, I don't know, I just like look at having to stop to aim and I'm like, Or Death Stranding look bad, but I'll watch the movie when it comes out, I guess. I think Death Stranding is just one of those like Kojima games where it's like very niche gameplay, I guess, right? Like it's very different. It's like a lot of like walking and like thinking out routes and stuff. There's like a little bit of combat, but it's not the huge focus, right? Like the main focus isn't on combat, but rather the like world and traversing it and like delivering packages. It's like very different than a lot of other games, and like that there's a lot of quiet and downtime, you know, and just kind of like traveling from place to place. It seems like a game that would be kind of fun to play, like almost like as like a pseudo casual comfort game, but like probably not something that I would play on stream, you know, unless we were going for that vibe of just like having a nice casual stream or whatever. But, you know, I get why some people don't like to walk just back and forth. The world at least looked interesting, right? Like all the like world design and like all that stuff looked pretty interesting. But yeah, it definitely seems like it's a bit of an acquired taste. I think most Kojima stuff is, just because it's like very out there, even for like Japanese standards. It like gets pretty out there, but it's always fairly high quality. Like they always like try and make things look good and everything, you know. But I haven't played it, so maybe it is bad. Who knows? Maybe it's just a bunch of people simping over Kojima. Could be. Could be a bunch of people are wrong. But I don't know. I don't know enough to tell you. But yeah, at least the sequel looks interesting enough that I want to try it. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Honestly, I'm more looking forward to the Nintendo Direct later this month. Just because, like, well, what will probably be later this month. Usually they have one this month, but we'll see, I guess. I don't know if we'll get, like, Switch 2 announcement or anything, but I'm hoping we get some interesting stuff, you know? It'd be cool. It sounds like, that they might add GameCube games to their online service, which would be nice. I don't use it, but I feel like a lot of the GameCube library is officially trapped on, like, that console, and, like, the game prices, like, physical game prices are really high. So for people who don't want to emulate and go through all that, like, there's not a lot of good ways for them to play those games. So if they came to Switch in some form, whether it be, like, some sort of remaster or as, like, an emulated thing on their service or whatever, I would see that as a win, I think. Oh yeah, KH4 would be good to get some more news on. I think it's been a year or two since the initial, like, trailer dropped, but we're probably not going to hear more about it until they're done with Final Fantasy VII TBH, because, like, both those games have been, like, taking a lot of the focus of that studio for, like, a long time, and they've been in active development. Like, KH3 and, like, the first, like, stages of that Final Fantasy VII remake effort were in development at the same time, and it's part of the reason why KH3 took so long. So I don't know, maybe we won't see anything more about it until after you know, Final Fantasy VII stuff is actually somewhat done. Yeah, it would be nice if we finally got those ports of the Wind Waker and Ocarina of, or not Ocarina of Time, but Wind Waker and Twilight Princess for a remake. That remasters ported to Switch. Yes. I think that would also be a pretty good move for them, unless they're planning on saving it for Switch 2, you know? Because, like, they're in, like, their last year or so here of the Switch's lifespan, so, like, I can definitely see, like, look at some of the bigger stuff we've been getting recently. Like, I feel like the Tears of the Kingdom was, like, the last big mainline Nintendo game that's on the system, probably. Like, because we got the remaster of Metroid Prime, we got a remaster of, or, like, rather a remake of Super Mario RPG, we got all that stuff. Like, we've gotten, like, we're getting a new Peach game, right? We're getting a new Peach game, like, a new side game for Peach, which is decent and, like, kind of big, but, like, it's still a side game, right? Like, I think we're probably just gonna get mostly, like, third-party stuff and remakes and all that kind of stuff until Switch 2 comes out. Like, probably the next Pokemon game will be on Switch 2, like, mainline Pokemon game. Probably the next big Zelda game will be on Switch 2. Probably, like, Metroid Prime 4 or whatever will be on Switch 2, right? Or Metroid Prime 3, I guess. Because I think Metroid Other M is technically not Metroid Prime. So, ah. I haven't seen too much of it. I know the original is pretty good. The art style doesn't seem unappealing to me. Like, it's not, doesn't seem like a bad remake. I would say that if you... Sorry. If you have the money and you're interested in that kind of thing, I would say go for it. If not, you could always emulate the I think it's what, Nintendo 64 version of that game, right? And that wouldn't be terrible, but definitely be easier than buying a physical copy of the original. It seems like a decent, like, older Mario RPG overall. And it seems like the remake was pretty faithful from what I've seen, but I haven't played either. And I've only seen trailer footage, really, of the remake, so I can't say too much. But generally, the sentiment I've seen online seems fairly positive about the remake, so that's a good sign. I thought about getting it the other day, because I was like, the price is never going to drop, and I saw it in store. I was thinking about getting it, but I was like, and I ended up not getting it at the time. Because I just bought Bayonetta 2 and 3, right? For the Switch, so. I was like, I just, bought 2 brand new games. I gotta get through those and, like, work on some other stuff before I, like, go and continue to keep spending on the Switch stuff.